Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Waves. This is Ben, our captain, a jean vest loving, fearless leader who one day asked me if I would go along with him on a sailboat named Kiana to explore the Pacific Northwest and hopefully beyond. I'm Allie, by the way, first mate and fishing enthusiast. And honestly, it didn't take that much convincing. Oh, and this is Bruce, our grass-eating, ocean-swimming, sand-rolling boat dog. Thanks for coming with us as we experience the highs and lows and all the adventures of boat life. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit subscribe. Oh my god. I can't believe this is a thing right now. There. Morning.
What's up, everyone?
We are in Northwest Bay. It's just a little bit north of Nanoose. We came up here last night. We were both pretty... It was after work. We were both pretty tired. It was just kind of rainy. We motored mostly. But now we woke up and it's absolutely beautiful out, and the forecasts have been super dodgy lately. They haven't been really showing up as they've been forecasted to. So we were kind of bummed that we were hoping for some wind from the north when we got to Hornby Island, because the anchorage only works, it faces south. And with north we were hoping also for some nice weather, and it wasn't really shaping up to be that way. But we woke up this morning and there's this beautiful sun, and there's a little bit of wind in the strait that we can catch all the way up to Hornby, and then, you know, the forecast is shaping out to be a pretty nice week. So we're gonna see how it goes sailing. I feel like it'll be a little bit slow, but it's really nice to be off the dock. This is the beginning of our 6-week trip here.
Yes.
And we feel like long-time cruisers right now. Ben's working full-time. He has the luxury right now of working remotely, which means we can still go cruising. And being a flight attendant, I am not yet back at work from COVID, so... We are on our way to Hornby. We are going about 4.5 knots on a broad reach. Super cruisy conditions. I think the wind is supposed to get even lighter today, so we may try, I don't know, we may mix it up later, but for now the sun is beautiful. We got our coffees and this is great. It's hot out. Summertime, baby.
We're heading to Hornby Island about 5 hours to go. Beautiful day.
It's so nice out. It's summertime, finally. Woo!
That's Hornby Island there. That's where we're headed today, to Tribune Bay. Allie's never been there. I have. It is awesome. It's like basically Mexico in the summertime. What do you think, Goose? What do you think, Mr. Toothless? Okay, so probably on the last episode you saw us struggling to get the whisker pole up for the first time. I decided to go ahead and watch a video on how it's done and realized it's a lot easier if you roll the jib sail in all the way, which I think we ended up doing in the end. Setting the pole, so attaching the topping lift, which on this boat is the cutter halyard. Setting the pole horizontal like it is right now, and then just go stand at the front and clip the jib sheet into the whisker pole, and then you unfurl the jib sail. I mean, like right now the pole's just set up, and I take the jib sheet, attach it like that, and then I'll unfurl it, and the pole should slide out with the jib sheet. Good. Our neighbor's here, that looks like a Scepter 43, so that'd be a newer, probably 90s or maybe even early 2000, I think. So it's basically the exact same boat, but they added 2 feet at the back to add a sugar scoop. But otherwise, same idea. That one looks kitted out, that one looks sweet. They've got the rolling furler on the staysail, which is what I want to do. But me and Allie keep debating whether or not we're going to do that in the end.
Welcome to Hornby Island, my fellow humans. How do you feel about Hornby Island? He's like, get me to shore, mother truckers. Also, check out this unfortunate story. Guy had a rough day. Here we go. Anymore, so this calls for a sangria. Welcome to Mexico. Just kidding, this is Canada, baby. Oh no. So Ben and I just talked to a parks guy who came by and to tell us that Bruce wasn't allowed on this beach here, but
I wonder why.
And he told us about this boat here, who the tide was high and there was a bunch of winds and it dragged anchor up onto shore. So he's hoping to wait for a higher tide and then he's gonna get back out in the water. But we don't know if he's got a tug to help him or whatever because he's right up on shore. A high tide isn't gonna help him at this point. So thought maybe we'd offer some help.
Go, man. Tough luck here.
Oh yeah.
When the tide comes up, we got our dinghy. If it's gonna help at all to have somebody pulling.
Oh,
so,
maybe we'll need as much manpower.
Yeah, exactly. So we can.
Hopefully we'll get a hand on the come along.
Yeah.
15,
Okay.
got a 9% up there. And
Okay.
You got a tug to help drag you out or something?
we don't have a tug.
No, they're just gonna go for it. I can tell already.
With dinghies?
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Well, we
just-
got one if you
We
want.
got the come-alongs.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll grab a big line and we'll be able to add some horsepower and help pull.
Okay, sweet.
We'll come back around high tide.
7 o'clock is when
7
the party
o'clock?
starts.
7. All right, we'll be here.
We'll try to do whatever we can do for you, man.
Thanks. See you later.
Bummer. Full keel. That's gonna be a heavy boat.
Okay, so we talked to the owner of the boat, and high tide is in like 3 hours. So we told him we'd come back with our dinghy and a line, and he's got some come-alongs and some, I don't even know what he's chained them to, but he's got a plan. So I want to help the guy. If I was in the same situation, I would take any help offered. And all we're gonna be able to do, I think, is just have the dinghy there and tie a line and help pull. And hopefully there's enough water coming in that we'll be able to get this guy off. Seems like a nice guy. I want to help him.
Well, we are back at the boat. I am making something real quick. We are gonna just whip together some naans of pizzas. So I just got some naan. This is literally the easiest dinner, and you can make it on your boat or on the fire even. And then I'm gonna put some sweet chili Thai on mine. I got a pepperoni, some mushroom, hot peppers. We're gonna whip it together and then Ben's gonna cook it up on the barbecue.
Because our oven doesn't work.
Because our oven doesn't work.
Turn up the heat.
Gonna be good.
Turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. I get it glowing whenever I'm going. Turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. Ready, set fire. The flames getting higher. Turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. Make way for me.
Okay, so I've attached my bridle to those two rings, and now I'm just adding our two dock lines, our two stern lines, and this other random piece of rope we have all together. So we should have probably about 60 feet of big line that we can pull that guy with. I might do another line. I might try to get like 80 to 100 feet. But anyway, this is nice thick stuff so we can really give her. Looking good?
Better and better.
Yeah.
Pull you guys with.
Yeah?
Yeah. When we're ready anyway.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, if you want to film, you can film.
That's okay? All right, thank you.
We gotta film the success. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
That's the first thing what to do. So these guys, really nice guys, they've got two chains connected to anchors that they put out at low tide, and they're gonna try and use a come along and their strongest winch to pull themselves back. And we got a bunch of line here. We're gonna haul with the dinghy. So probably about a half an hour before we start yanking on it. Okay, so we're gonna try a Delos inspired maneuver here and grab a halyard and try and bend the boat back, heel it over. In addition to probably some other winching. It was already high tide on the highest tide of the month. This was our window. The boat was still on the ground and needed to be spun around to be able to pull it out without damaging the rudder and to use the propeller. After a couple attempts pulling on the boat with the dinghies, we knew we needed more power. We got this guy coming over on his big boat. I gave him some help earlier, and I think we're gonna try to get him to help pull. I'm thinking about giving him my line and going around to the bow and pushing with the front of my boat.
At this point, the commotion had not only caught the eye of the bigger boats, but it had started gathering a crowd on the beach. Everybody was rooting for the sailboat. And as Ben passed off his dock lines,
I just gave those guys my line.
he started zipping between boats, communicating and organizing the game plan.
I'm gonna go around the other side here and push the bow.
And with one last group effort, the boat was floating again, and the beach erupted into applause. It was super cool. Yay, we did it!
We got it! Oh, I'm so stoked for these guys. That was fun. We learned something from Delos there. That was a Delos trick to pull from the top of the mast. Can't remember what episode, but they got somebody off a reef.
They're free, they're free!
We got them. So I was way too busy to be able to film anything on my phone. We got lots on our other cameras, and they are free.
They're free, they're free!
It was a huge mission, and there was like 8 boats involved, and they're Quebecois, which made it even more fun. And
There was a moment where we didn't think it would work out for them.
And the whole beach, which is, they're now mostly gone, but the whole beach was watching and cheering, and we got them free!
We got them free! And without further ado, we got in the dinghy and caught up with the captain to have a celebratory beer. Bye! Toodaloo!
Toodaloo!
Be safe! Bye!
Success!
They're a cool bunch.
They're cool. They gave me a Rolly cigarette. Made me happy.
We finished off our first day of full-time cruising by watching a giant moon come up over the horizon.
Oh, that's cool.
What a way to start our trip.
Check this one out.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for this episode. I really hope you liked it. I just want to give a real quick shout out to Martin Hill. Thank you so much for joining our Patreon team, as well as Robert and Heidi Berlinquet. Thank you so much. It means everything to us.
Yes, I would love if you would all follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. We post some of the video clips from this episode were Instagram clips, so you'll see a lot of live stories on Instagram, and we communicate a lot through Instagram. So please follow us there.
Check us out there for live updates. And I will post our link to Patreon up right here. And don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell so that you don't miss any episodes going forward. Ding! Episodes go out on the 1st and the 15th of every month. See you next time.